part 3. My goodness. Wouldn't answer except I had to. About visitation tonight. Oh well. Tis what it is. I need to pause in a little bit of silence right now. You know the old drill, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Or if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. I guess that's how Thumper's mother put it, or Thumper put it on Bambi. Anyway, I'm quoting Bambi. Okay. It doesn't look like we got as much rain, which totally figures. It's so annoying. This has got to be the driest summer we've had, which is wonderful for beachgoers and people who don't have gardens. But for people who have gardens, some rain would be very, very, very much appreciated. Just a good washout day here or there would be wonderful. I can't get over how little it has actually rained since the beginning of June. Since we planted our garden, I think we went 3 solid weeks in June without much more than a sprinkle a day or two, which was not enough to benefit anything. And then July wasn't really much better. We had a few storms roll through here or there, but never really got a string of rainy days, which is just so beneficial to a garden. And now we're in August, and August is also trending. Well, it looks wetter here. Maybe we did actually get a storm go through, but it's still, you know, a storm will roll through and that's it. We're not getting like a washout day to really just soak everything good, which makes it really annoying watering the garden when you have raised beds. So it's not a matter of just throwing the sprinkler out there and turning it on for a while. It is a walk around with the hose to each individual bed and water accordingly. And some of them, oh my goodness, like the big pumpkins, the Big Macs, and the Rouge Vif d'étampes, especially. The cornfield pumpkin also uses a lot of water, but those other two, they just soak up the water. You have to water them at least twice as much as any of the other raised beds. It's unbelievable the amount of water they drink. And then we've got the squash plants over up in the other corner. Bunch of different pumpkins, seeds we saved, the honeyboat delicatas. Oh goodness, I don't know what all is up in there. Those all, I mean, they take quite a bit of water, but nothing like the other ones down. Even the candy roaster squash, which is another huge plant that's spread across creation. That one, it takes more, probably. It is a bigger one than the other ones up around there, which are all smaller. I say smaller, they're trail forever, but the squash or pumpkins on them themselves are a smaller squash or pumpkin. And the vines aren't quite so thick, and the leaves aren't quite as big. They trail just as far, just a minier version. But so that one does take quite a bit, but still not nearly as much as the two further down. So that's weird. You really have to just stand there and water. And you don't have to do it every day, but probably every other day, at least every 3 days, you need to give it just a really good, long watering or they start to look super pathetic. You still have to water them every day, but if you don't do the really long, horribly long watering every day, it's not detrimental as long as they're getting water every day and that nice long drubbing every couple of days. So, I mean, we've tried sprinklers in the past, but it's just not practical the way the garden's set up. But we like having the raised beds. It's worth it to us for the extra work to have the raised beds, so when the rabbits get in, they don't just scratch everything up. When the chickens get in, they don't just walk around scratching everything up. It's like, it has to be deliberate attempts to get up in the raised beds and eat everything. I think we had deer getting in earlier in the year. We fixed that part of the fence, but something was walking around nibbling off the tops of our pea plants. So that has since been remedied. And our peas are now growing fine, which most of the ones we ended up replanting peas in some of the places where stuff didn't come up because we only ended up with 1 or 2 plants in the original beds just because something was eating them right down to the dirt. And so all of the ones that came up, only at most a couple were salvaged, except I think the sugar magnolia, the tendril peas, they did a little bit better. I think we have 3 plants in that raised bed, but I know one of them, only 1 plant ended up surviving. But we're getting peas now, so that's exciting. Anyway, always back to the garden. That'll get me home every time. Did help that I got a couple phone call interruptions, but anyway, I'll try to get those all posted in a pretty little order for you. Have a happy Tuesday.